I'm just going to remember, since we have a movie star here, that it was a movie star, George Clooney, who really affected this election. I mean, Biden might still be in there if George Clooney, you know, talk about celebrities and how important they are. I don't think they're important in getting the voters to do something, but they sure were important in getting the party heads to finally do that.
Hold on to your seats, because we're about to dive into one of Hollywood's most sensational and jaw-dropping debacles of 2025. George Clooney, the man synonymous with charisma, elegance, and cinematic royalty, has found himself at the center of a career implosion so dramatic it could easily be mistaken for one of his own disaster films. The plot? A bitter public feud that's taken Tinseltown by storm and captivated audiences everywhere, with none other than Bill Maher at the heart of this real-life drama. Trust me, this conflict is as ridiculous as it is entertaining. Before we get lost in this storm of betrayal, humiliation, and public disgrace, let me quickly thank you for tuning in. Buckle up, because this ride is about to get wild. It all started with what was supposed to be a straightforward political ad, where Clooney hoped to highlight his activism and stay relevant in the ever-changing cultural landscape. But instead of making waves for the right reasons, the ad completely bombed. And when I say bombed, I mean it tanked harder than any of Clooney's past box office disasters. It wasn't just criticized, it was roasted. If you haven't seen it yet, trust me, you'll want to check it out for yourself.
Come on, boys. Let's make America great again. It's your turn, buddy.
Before you cast your vote in this election, think about how it'll impact the people you care about the most.
Daddy!
Remember, you can vote any way you want, and no one will ever know.
Do your patriotic duty?
You bet I did, brother.
What happens in the booth stays in the booth. Vote Harris Walls.
Paid for by Vote Count.
Critics were quick to label George Clooney as out of touch, insensitive, and, worst of all, pandering. Everyone makes mistakes, sure, but this was a full-fledged dive down the staircase of public opinion. While Clooney has weathered similar storms before, the tides in Hollywood have shifted. The backlash against him spread like wildfire, and it quickly became clear. The once untouchable actor now had a fragile reputation to protect. Determined to regain control and salvage his public image, Clooney made a bold move, embarking on a high-stakes media tour aimed at clarifying his position and winning back the public's support. This wasn't just any media tour, though. It was a make-or-break mission. Clooney's team pinned their hopes on one key move, getting him onto real time with Bill Maher's star. The plan seemed simple but ambitious. Clooney would step onto Maher's stage, charm the audience with his trademark charisma, offer a heartfelt apology, and provide exclusive political insights that would remind everyone why they admired him in the first place. Sounds like a surefire way to reclaim the spotlight, right? Well, not so fast. Bill Maher, ever the skeptic, wasn't impressed. Clooney's team had pitched the idea, thinking it was foolproof, but Maher quickly shot them down, reportedly saying, "This isn't a platform for celebrity rehabilitation." Clooney's team wasn't ready to give up, though. Undeterred, they returned with an even more enticing proposal. An exclusive appearance that would include explosive revelations, direct responses to his critics, and a media spectacle that would dominate headlines for weeks. But Maher wasn't buying it. He felt that having Clooney on would likely alienate his loyal audience, people who tuned in for incisive political discourse, not celebrity melodrama. Maher took a moment to weigh in on the broader celebrity culture, remarking, "We have a movie star here, George Clooney, who supposedly influenced this election." He suggested that while celebrities might not sway voters directly, they certainly had a role in forcing political leaders to take action. By this point, it was clear that Maher wasn't just rejecting the idea, he was sending a message. Clooney's team felt the sting, but they didn't give up. They pushed for a third attempt, a live Q&A session where Clooney would answer unscripted questions from the audience, showing his genuine intent and willingness to engage with his detractors. Maher wasn't impressed, and once again, he shot them down. But here's where things take a dramatic turn. After 3 failed attempts to get on real-time Clooney decided to take matters into his own hands. In a last-ditch effort, he reached out to Maher personally, suggesting an unscripted, candid conversation on the show that would allow him to present his side of the story. Maher wasn't moved. Insiders say Maher told Clooney bluntly, "This show isn't a venue for celebrity redemption arcs." For Maher, it wasn't about ratings, it was about maintaining the integrity of his program. He wasn't willing to turn his show into a platform for Clooney's comeback. This was more than just a professional setback for Clooney, it was a personal blow. Clooney, A man who had spent decades as one of Hollywood's most beloved figures, a man who could get a door to open with just a smile, was now being publicly and decisively turned away. It was humiliation Clooney wasn't prepared to handle. As tensions continued to rise behind the scenes, Maher, never one to shy away from controversy, reportedly began mocking Clooney in private conversations. Insiders claimed Maher called Clooney's repeated pitches pathetic, even likening the actor's desperation to auditioning for a pity party. These private jabs didn't stay behind closed doors for long. Word quickly spread, and Clooney wasn't happy. Maher didn't stop there. During one of his monologues, he subtly threw in several jabs at Clooney and other Hollywood elites. He mocked actors who believe their political opinions carry more weight than their box office failures. Though Maher never directly named Clooney, anyone paying attention to the feud could easily connect the dots. Meanwhile, Clooney wasn't going to let this dispute go unresolved. His team began exploring alternative options, pitching him to shows like *The Howard Stern Show star. Even Stern, known for his no-holds-barred interviews, hesitated. Sources say his team was cautious about linking the show with Clooney's increasingly negative public image. Behind closed doors, Clooney's frustration was reaching a boiling point. He was reportedly in full meltdown mode, lashing out at anyone who dared to criticize him. The man whose career was built on charm and likability was now unraveling in real time. Meanwhile, Maher stood firm. Though he hadn't explicitly mentioned Clooney in his public remarks, the tension between the two was unmistakable. For Maher, this wasn't just a professional clash, it was a statement. By refusing to have Clooney on his show, Maher was positioning himself as a guardian of authenticity, unwilling to dilute his program for the sake of celebrity theatrics. And so, here we are at the heart of Hollywood's most talked-about scandal of the year. It's not just about one actor's downfall or a talk show host's refusal to cooperate. It's a symbol of a broader cultural shift in Hollywood, where public sentiment and social media outrage now shape the destiny of even the most established stars. As for Clooney, his options are narrowing. Major studios are distancing themselves, and talk shows are turning him away. Will he be able to orchestrate a comeback, or is he destined to fade into obscurity? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, this drama is far from reaching its climax. What do you think? Has George Clooney's Hollywood fairy tale turned into a tragedy, or does he still have a shot at redemption? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this ever-evolving saga.